Buc-ee's. It was up here.
Well, we have to go to motherfucking Buc-ee's. Where is it?
It's 16 miles away.
Of course we have to stop at Buc-ee's. Are you fucking kidding me? It's goddamn Buc-ee's.
Of course it's before Waco where we were going to stop.
But that's still... Ooh, look, there's a Buc-ee's. I like big Buc-ee's and I cannot lie. Seriously, that's their fucking tagline for that bullshit billboard.
That's why I picked you. I like big Buc-ee's and I cannot lie. What up, y'all?
I wasn't even looking at you. I was looking at me. You've been taking over hosting the show. That's been awesome. It's kind of nice not having to intro and host the show all the time, and at least introduce who we are.
I'm saying what up, y'all, because I'm driving, so I'm going to try to periodically look at y'all, but I'd like to keep my eyes on the road. I just saw what looked like a giant blood stain, so I will be much more focused on the road, just in case.
So, welcome to So I Married a Geek. I'm Gavin with my lovely husband,
Philip
Ogle, Pete Ogle, which I really wanted to change his last name when we got married because his middle name was Michael, so his initials would be PMS because that would have been fucking hilarious.
And he wasn't the first person who ever thought of that.
No, but it would have been funny naming him PMS.
Since like second grade, everybody's thought it would be funny to do that to me. Wow, we were fucked up kids in second grade thinking about PMS already.
Most kids in second grade are thinking about sex already because you know they have all those shows on National Geo.
But this was before that. This was when I was a kid. This is 30 years ago. We didn't have that shit.
You had National Geographic back then in the day. You had all those TV stations.
Yeah, but we were too young for National Geographic to do anything. You were 7. It's not like
you watched them in fucking class. They pull out the film strip thing and you'd watch fucking nature documentaries of animals fucking in school.
I knew I was gay when I was 5, so when they bring out the chicks from other tribes and they have their titties out, doesn't do shit for me.
He needs to tell you the story about when he was a kid with the flashers.
Y'all, okay, so I was in kindergarten and there was a kid in our class who was the streaker. He was the kid who would just suddenly look around, take all his clothes off and run around the room naked. And the teacher would, and the students would all cover their eyes and look away. And I was that kid who was like, well, hello. And I just couldn't help myself. And I knew then, I was like, something is different about me. Why am I not looking away? Why am I not bothered by this guy running around showing everything off? I mean, there was nothing to see. We were fucking 5 years old, but it didn't bother me to see another naked man. And I was like, well, hello.
I always love when he goes, oh! Like,
dude, because I had that teacher who seriously would have, could she have clutched pearls? She would have, and clutched her pearls. And the funny thing is, her name, my kindergarten teacher, no joke, her name was Miss Dix. Miss Dix could not handle this kid running around with his dick out.
And then he had a neighbor kid.
What?
He said you went to a neighbor's house and one of them was dressed.
Oh, you talking about that? Yeah. It was odd. Like, so we used to like go and just knock on each other's houses and say who wanted to go out and hang out and play. You'd run around the neighborhood, ride bikes. And one kid, I went down there one day with a friend of mine, and we knocked on his door, and he opened the door, and he's just stark naked. The friend with me turns to look away, and I was just kind of, again, staring. We were older at this point. We were, like, in middle school, but I was like, I'm intrigued, but I'm also like, why did you open the door naked? And why is your mom in the living room not saying shit about you opening the door naked? Like, she's sitting right there and didn't think it odd that you have no clothes on, but you're opening the front door. Odd, but, you know, I mean, that's just kind of how shit was, and it didn't bother me. Again, I knew I was gay a long time ago, so I was like, all right, I'll just keep looking. You want to turn your head, I'm staring.
Little Phil, who also says he remembers being in the crib.
I do, and I'm sorry that you can't remember that far back, but I can.
I don't remember yesterday half the time, so...
Excuse the shit out of me for having very good early memories.
What was it like remembering being in the crib? Like, when did you have that first memory? Like, oh shit, I wasn't in jail, I was in baby crib, which is baby jail.
I don't know. I just remember things from when I was in my crib. I can't remember every detail of being in my crib. I can't remember that kind of shit.
What color was the crib?
I can't remember that part of it. I was laying on my back in it.
What were you looking at?
I can remember my brother and my mother looking at me. I can remember them coming in, turning on the light to wake me up. I remember them singing to me to wake me up. And they used to sing different songs, and sometimes they would make up their songs, and I'm not going to talk about those, but I can remember them turning on the lights, singing to me to wake me up, getting me dressed and getting me ready, my mom putting me in the car seat. I remember riding in the car seat every day with her. Like, I remember my mother used to, there was this mixtape that she had, and we would listen to it every single day. It was stuff she recorded on radio, back when that's how you did shit. You younger generation, you don't know nothing about that. I remember
Oh, motherfucker, don't even tell me it's different. My parents had a goddamn 8-track, and I had no idea what it was, so I always pretended it was like a spaceship dashboard when I was playing. And it was like my Enterprise console. It was my Millennium Falcon console. Like, it was my shit.
I didn't do that. For me, it was the music. I was paying attention to the songs. And it was crazy, y'all. When my mom died, I could remember every song on that tape. And every time I would hear that one of those songs for the first time, I would just break the fuck down. And then I would be back to normal when it was over. Kind of like in that movie Inside Out, when the when sadness touches the memories, but then they turn happy again. I had to go through that with those songs. But I was 3. And Gavin was like, you couldn't possibly remember. I remember shit like that. I promise I have memory like that. I don't know why he thinks I can't remember that far back. There are a lot of
weird you remember, because like I can remember things from my childhood. Like I remember Halloween's because my mom always did fucking Halloween right. She made dummies for outside. She made an Invisible Man one year out of metal coat hangers and some stuffed clothes. And at night it was a flawless thing. We had hanging men in the trees. Like, I remember my dad making us go cut down a cedar tree for our Christmas tree every year, and I thought for the longest time that's what a Christmas tree was a cedar tree. Even though he was allergic to cedar, like, I don't understand that aspect at all.
See, we were never allowed to have a real tree because my dad was allergic to the real thing, so we always had fake trees. And I remember one year my mom was like, if you would just go get fucking allergy shots, we could have a real tree.
I prefer the fake tree. It's less mess. You can really do what you want with it. I have a really giant motherfucking fake tree, which you guys will see soon enough, because once Halloween is done, it is Christmas time at my house. And that's the first motherfucker going up is the Christmas tree, because it's the most work.
His 17-foot tree that I don't know how it fits in our house.
I am buying a new tree topper this year, because for years I've had Yoda. There is now a Darth Vader one. So I've got to go back to the right side and get the Darth Vader one for this year.
I'm going to be the bitch who asked this question again.
God damn it, what? What the fuck
does Darth Vader have to do with Christmas? Just like, what the fuck did
they have Christmas in the Star Wars universe? It's called Life Day, bitch.
Yada, 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 yada. I still thought that was ridiculous. I never understood what, just like at Halloween, when they have like the blow up Darth Vader for the front yard, what the hell does he have to do with Halloween? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Meanwhile, you guys will see my front yard soon enough.
Which looks like Disney threw up all over it.
Disney Halloween. That's what it is. So I think next episode I'm going to hit it with my random question, because we kind of went off on tangent this time. Maybe before or after the Dr. Pepper Museum, but